Chapter 1. Haunted Homes. When I was a little girl, I thought everyone lived in a haunted house. I figured a ghost was a fixture, like the bathtub and the kitchen sink. That's probably a common assumption for any kid growing up in such a place. Des Moines, Washington, a little city on the water about 10 miles south of Seattle, was settled in the late 1800s. My great-grandfather, the Reverend William John Rule, founded a Methodist church there at the turn of the century, and that's where my grandfather, John, and my father, Bill, grew up. When I was 5 years old, my family bought my father's childhood home from his parents. It was a little white house with red shutters that sat on a grassy hill and overlooked the ever-changing waters of Puget Sound. It had begun as beach shack, and over the years an assortment of odd-shaped rooms were added to it. As a boy, my father had dug out the basement as a bomb shelter. His stern and often cruel father had put him to work at age 8, shoveling out the dirt below the house. He worked every day, and by the time he was 11, little Billy Rule had dug out 1,000-square-foot area. I'm certain it never crossed his mind that he was creating the space for his future children's bedrooms. Cool in the summer, warm in the winter, the partially underground basement was always comfortable. But it was creepy. After my parents bought the house, they worked on it for months. Every weekend we stayed there as they remodeled. Old walls came down and new ones went up, as my father changed the configuration of the rooms. My mother papered and painted and laid linoleum. While they were there alone, they would often hear the phone ring. It rang and rang and rang and rang, but there was no phone. They would walk to the wall where the old-fashioned telephone had once been mounted. A rectangular indentation with wires poking out was all that remained. Yet as they stood there staring at it, it would continue to ring. Wires don't ring. Who could be calling? My parents were not afraid. They were fascinated. When they finished remodeling, we all moved in, and there I lived until I was on my own at 18.